And the query today is pertaining to the Advaita Vedanta Siddhanta, the Advaita philosophy. And it is about a composition by Bhagavad Padadi Shankaracharya. Before we actually come to the composition, a very, very brief idea about Bhagavad Padadi Shankaracharya. Bharat has seen the greatest thinkers of the world, the greatest saints of the world, and their contribution to the upliftment, spiritual upliftment of any practicant, any aspirant, spiritual aspirant, is immeasurable. And among those great saints, one of the saints who is most celebrated in all parts of the world for the lofty convictions which he has postulated through the philosophy of the Upanishads, and whose works have been hailed by great scholars and saints all over the world. That is Bhagavad Padadi Shankaracharya. The Vedanta or the Advaita philosophy, the essence of that philosophy has been conveyed in one verse. And that verse is very difficult to understand. One can speak about this verse with references from different scriptures for many months, perhaps many years, perhaps lifetime itself. One can meditate upon this one particular verse. And that verse is Shlokardhena Pravakshyami Yaduktam Granthakotivihi Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva Nakara. In one half of a verse, I will convey to you what has been conveyed in crores of books. Grantha Koti B. I will convey to you in one half of a verse what has been conveyed in 1 crore words. That is this one. The only thing which is true or real is Brahma. The only thing which is true or real is Brahman. In English, when you say it's Brahman. And Brahma Satyam. The statement in Sanskrit is Brahma Satyam. Jagan Mithya. This Jagat or this phenomenal visible world, what we see, this is called as Mithya. The word Mithya means it is unreal. It is unreal. In a different sense. What is that meaning of the word unreal? It's a question of debate. And this individual self in each of us, this individual personality in each of us, which we have named as XYZ, ABCD. All over the world we have named a person. Only by the body we name the person, but inside that body there is a person. Inside every body there is a person. And that person who has feelings, that person who has sentiments, that person who has emotions, that person who has knowledge, that person who has a claim, pride, all this, that's a particular person who is there who feels that I. That particular person is in essence Parabrahman only. That's called as Jiva. The Jiva and Brahman are one and the same. In contrast to Adi Shankaracharya's this particular statement, we have many other philosophies which say that the individual soul or the Jivatma can never become Brahman. That can never become Brahman. That is, in the sense of Paramatma, Brahman in the sense of Paramatma, they can never become. This is the essence of Adi Shankaracharya's philosophy. So it is said in the life history, the life of Adi Shankaracharya, which the date, the period during which Adi Shankaracharya lived is there is a big debate about the period because most of the saints did not keep any date and time record at all. Nobody, no contemporaries kept any date and time record. To put it in a very simple, they always were beyond time. They always were beyond time. So history was not very important for them. They did not concentrate upon history or recording history, which is a very, very later development. So because of that, whatever we have got is through the works, through the traditional handing over, one after the other. Guru to Shishya, Shishya to Shishya, Shishya to Shishya, Shishya Prashishya, Shishya Prashishya, and generation after generation what is being handed. So the period of the life of Adi Shankaracharya is somewhere, anywhere between 1200 years from now backwards, 8th century AD, or some people even claim another 1200 years backwards. That means something like BC, 600 BC, that period some people claim. So you have a vast difference between the claims, but however it is, we know that it was a very ancient, that he, Bhagavad Adi Shankaracharya, the word Acharya is a very, very lofty word. The word Acharya means the one who has studied the scriptures thoroughly, Bharatiya scriptures, the one who has understood the scriptures thoroughly, and then one who puts it into practice and then preaches to others, tells others also. It's called as an Acharya. Achinoti Shastrani Acharya Sthapayatyapi Swayam Chacharate Yasmat Acharya Prakirtita. The word Acharya means one who has studied the Vedas thoroughly, one who has studied the Shastras thoroughly, understood it thoroughly, put it into practice in his own life, and then who has conveyed it to the others. There is an Acharya. So, the traditional acharyas we have, Adi Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Nimbarkacharya, Vallabhacharya, and then many other acharyas are there who all have got their own schools of thought. So in this life history of Adi Shankaracharya, there is an anecdote which has been written by Swami Vidyaranya, who was one of the pontiffs of the Sringeri Mutt. He has written a life history called as Shankara Digvijaya. Shankara Digvijaya. The word Digvijaya means victory in all directions. Dig means direction. Victory in all directions means victory all over. It's a what you call as a philosophical victory. It's a philosophical victory. It means how does it like? It's like one has debates, Shastra discussions, and in those discussions always Adi Shankaracharya was the winner because of his clarity of thought during that period. Keeping that in mind, Swami Vidyaranya has written life is called Shankara Digvijaya. In this Shankara Digvijaya, there is an anecdote that Adi Shankaracharya was living in Kashi. He was living in Kashi and Kashi Vishwanatha. So we have this Vishwanatha Ashtakam. We have many beautiful verses are composed in Kashi. So during that period, how to understand this particular anecdote is left to each one of us. It's left to each one of us because it has got very much scope for interpretation, debate. We will not go into the debate part, but I am just quoting the incident. So Adi Shankaracharya had come to the temple. From the temple, he was walking after his bath. He was going towards the temple. As he was going along with a few disciples, Adi Shankaracharya was wearing these saffron robes and he had the danda in his hand, Brahma danda. That is that stick, long bamboo stick, or cane stick he had in his hand. And he was walking like this and he saw a dark person, unkempt person, very, very shabbily looking person coming in front with 4 dogs. He was coming with 4 dogs in front of him. Very shabby looking, dark person, very terrifying looking also. So, as was the tradition at that time, there was this sense of sense of maintaining distance, what you call social distance. Here was maintaining a distance from that is the priestly class would not touch anybody. The priestly class, as well as the people who perform ritual puja. Ritual puja, for example, what Sri Chakra puja we perform, here is called as ritual puja. It's elaborate ritual. You should have the bath and come, and you should apply bhasma, and you should apply the kumbh, vibhuti, and then you should wash your hands, even you should not allow anybody to touch anything. This is called as a ritual. So ritual restrictions are maintained. So Adi Shankaracharya also used to maintain those ritual restrictions, a little more than what we see today. So when he saw that, immediately he said, move away. Adi Shankaracharya told that person, that dark person, move away, duram gaccha. Apagaccha, he said, no, apagaccha or duram gaccha. But Adi Shankaracharya said this, that personality, the dark person who was standing, he stood there itself and said, Acharya, you have said move away. Whom do you want to move? You want to move this body away, or you want to move the Atma away? You want to move this body away, or you want to move the Atma which is residing inside? You want this to move away. If you say you want the good body to move away, there is no difference between my body and your body. Your body is also made of blood and flesh and bones and everything. Sapta dhatus. So, as a great personality you are, an intelligent scholar you are. What is the point in moving one body away from the other body? What do you achieve out of that? If you want the Atma here to move away from the Atma there is no question of there and here for the Atma. The Atma is omnipresent. How can you move something which is present everywhere? So you tell me which you want to move. So Adi Shankaracharya was shocked and he folded his hands and he said, that particular individual in this world, wherever he may be, in whatever clan he may be born, whatever it may be his occupation, if he is convinced that he is the all-present, omnipresent Paramatma, if he is convinced, absolute conviction, if he has got the conviction that he is that Parabrahman which has been quoted by the, which has been eulogized by the Upanishads, he is my Guru only. He cannot be otherwise. So he falls flat at the feet of that person and says, Gururityeva me manisha, manisha mama. So he uses the word manisha. The word manisha in Sanskrit means absolute conviction, absolute freedom from doubt. There is no doubt at all. Whenever we have a doubt in any matter, our mind becomes like this. Our face also becomes like this. Our eyes go near, because the question is there. You can easily make out a question in the face of anybody. There is a question. Immediately, if there is a doubt, should it be like this or should it be like that? Should it be like this or should it be like that? So this absence of doubt is called as manisha. Manisha means conviction. So he composed spontaneously, because he was a great scholar, he composed spontaneously a Panchakam. A Panchakam is a composition which has got 5 verses. An Ashtakam is a composition which has got 8 verses. A Dashakam is a composition which has got 10 verses. So like this, he composed a composition of 5 verses, and that 5 verses are called as the verses of conviction, Manisha Panchakam. Manisha Panchakam. So this Manisha Panchakam is the essence of the entire Advaita philosophy. This Manisha Panchakam is the beautiful essence of the Advaita philosophy. So what I told you in the beginning, the verse, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva Napara. It is an elaboration of this sentence only. It says, in all the 3 states, Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. And then beyond the state, meditative state or transcendental state, that which is never absent. I am present in the waking state. I am present in the dream state. I am also present in the deep sleep state. So wonderful thing is the deep sleep is so nice. You are asleep, absolutely asleep. You do not know what happened outside. People would have blown trumpets also, you do not know what has happened. But you are there. And when you wake up, you say, after you wake up, what do you say? I slept well. Don't you say, I had a very good sleep. I didn't know where I was. Sukham aham asvapasam. Na kinchidavedisham. Sukham aham asvapasam. Na kinchidavedisham. I slept beautifully well. Tell me frankly, during that 6 hours or 7 hours of sleep, when you are in deep sleep, if you are not awake, who experienced the sleep? If you were not present to experience the sleep there, somebody must have been present there to experience the sleep. Who was that person who experienced the sleep? Similarly, when the dream was going on, you were asleep. Who experienced the dream? In the daytime, when you are awake, we know very well, I see you, you see me, we talk, we know that there is interaction between one another. There is interaction between one another, we address one another, come here, go there, sit down, eat, all these things we do. It's a waking state. In the dream state, we are not awake. We are asleep. And in this sleepy state, what is happening? There's a dream going on. And somebody is seeing the dream. And after we wake up, we narrate the dream. We tell everybody, the dream, I was there, I was walking somewhere and suddenly there was a pit. I was about to fall down. Somebody came and helped me and took me out. So we are narrating this. So we are a beautiful witness of that dream. The same person who is awake in the waking state, he is there in the dream state. And he is there also in the deep sleep state, but nobody knows. When he wakes up only, he says, I slept well. It was blissful, it was beautiful. Therefore, in the three states, he is always present. And that person who knows, who understands this so beautifully, like this great personality has understood, he is none other than my own Guru. He may be of the priestly class. He may be of any occupation in the world. He may be of any color. He may be born in any house. That does not matter to me at all. QUERY-MANEESHA mama. He is my Guru. And I told you the word Guru is such a beautiful word. Guru means the one who removes the darkness. Just like light removes the darkness, outside darkness, it is the Guru. The Guru who removes the darkness called as ignorance from our minds. He is the one who is the giver of knowledge. He is the enlightener. Guru is the enlightener. Our knowledge is defective knowledge. Whenever there is sorrow anywhere, whenever there is sorrow in our life, anywhere if there is sorrow, sadness, grief in our life, we must be 100% convinced that our knowledge is defective. If our knowledge is not defective, we will never be. If our knowledge is not defective, we will not be sad. Our sadness is because of our lack of knowledge. So therefore, we must make it clear in our mind that we require knowledge in order to remove the darkness, and this knowledge is given by our Guru. So we conclude this topic on Maneesha Panchakam here. It's just an essence of the Maneesha Panchakam what we have given. And then if you read the Maneesha Panchakam, try to read those lines. It's a beautiful composition. And as we keep on reading these things and we meditate upon the meaning of this one, it will open our eyes. It will open our inner eyes and give us a very beautiful knowledge, which knowledge is called as Brahma Jnana. Hari Om Tat Sat.